Hello and welcome to this Warno 1v1 game played between the rank 1 player, Hippie, currently playing under the name USS Liberty Incident 1967 Never Forget, and I'm playing against Griffin65, who's currently like ranked 5, ranked 6, something like that, and he's playing as 19th Czech, I'm playing as 6th French. So yeah, interesting divisions. I think 19th Czech is really strong, and I think 6th French is kind of on the weaker side. But I mean, how fortuitous for me that I'm playing as the weaker division. I am on the better side. It's the better side because Papa's easier to attack than Alpha, and I get this town at the start. But he can forward deployed rush Echo, and I can't really forward deployed rush Oscar. Not that that's going to stop me from trying. So yeah, let's have a look at the deployments. We've got Russia Today shippers, so this is 65 points for, SVD, Special Forces, Recon, RPG, Ground Surveillance, Radar. Like, it's a pretty good squad. Good at short range, good at long range, good against vehicles, good at looking. And another shippers, and that's going over to here. But keep in mind that they're recon deployed, not airborne deployed, so I do have a small advantage at the start of the game there. Then he's got these Zaloznici, which are 10 guys for 35 points, which is ridiculous. I mean, it's literally just like Provincio in the last patch. But they've got 2 Scorpions, which kind of cuts down on their utility, and the RPG could be a bit better, let's face it. But yeah, they're just the new Provincio, essentially. And they're in a wheeled transport, which... No, hang on, that is tracked. OT62A. Oh, it's that one. I'm surprised he brings that, to tell you the truth. And then, yeah, 2 BVP-1s. So the Czechs have, like, the best line infantry in the game. I'm not coping or anything, it's just true, bro. But, yeah, it's crazy that I'm not on the Czech division, it's just so OP. So for 35 points, they get 2 MGs. Like, if you just compare it to basically any other line infantry squad, these should be 5 points more, basically. And this BVP-1 should be, I mean, it's 25 points for an ATGM and a Grom and so on. So absolutely crazy momentum on the Czechs. This is why they're so strong, because of these cards. And you can get basically infinite of them. This div excels at it. I think they all get this card, but this div gets the most. Maybe the tank div first Czech gets the most, but this gets the most infantry slots. So yeah, very, very difficult to deal with this. So yeah, he's dropping one there, one here. And then, yeah, for mid, kind of the same story. So shippers and RT shippers. Behind that, we've got supply, more spammy infantry, T-72M1, because he gets those as well. And these 30mm are super duper good against helos. Like, as soon as you get that, like, 650 helicopter range, as soon as it gets you in your sights, you're dead. Really good against infantry as well, but, 1200 meters range. But yeah, super duper good against helos, you'll see. And then a cub. Those cubs, man. Whoa, we'll get into it. And then we've got 50-point fighting recon, nothing special there. And then, yeah, Prus BVP-1, so 40 points for Malyukra, etc. 2 T-55 AM-1s at 2 vet, so they've got the max range. These things are really good against my division, for reasons we'll get into while we play. Another 30mm and a CV for Bravo, and then presumably Foxtrot. Switching to me, I'm trying to learn this div to see if it's bad. And yeah, so you do get airborne forward deployment in the form of the dinosaurs, and they've got smoke and satchels, but they're only 4 men, but they've not got AT, which is a shame, but they've got smoke and satchels, so that's pretty cool. And the idea is you put them with the crap, because the crap has the AT, and they're forward deployed as well, but they don't have 100 kilometers an hour, so you get this with the crap, but I just can't afford to do that, basically. So dinosaurs are going in here, this thing's going behind, so this is AMX-10RC with Resolute. So it's not the Sublinde one, because you don't get that on this div, which I think is a shame. I think they should have had an AMX-10RC Sublinde Legion. Because they've got the AMX-10RC, they've got the AMX-10RC Legion, and they've got the AMX-10 Sublinde Legion and the Sublinde, but they don't have the AMX-10RC Recon, Legion, Sublinde, whatever. So yeah, P4 Milan here. 2 Tarasques for anti-helo, because I can't remember, because he gets helicopters as well. 2 Gazelle cannons just to stop anybody getting in over here. Sparhees, which is a decent squad, so 8 men for 50 points, recon. So his was... Oh, they're special forces, okay. So I was like, why is mine cheaper? And then, yeah, an AMX-10RC Legion here. The issue these had... Well, we'll get into it as the game goes on. Another Dinosaurs, and then a crap for the far right, because he might rush that. CV, Mortar for Smoke, a Legion Milan 2, which is just the same as a regular one, except it gets a rank of Veterancy and Resolute for 5 points, and I figured that was worth it. Tarask in case he heli blobs there. And that's it for my deployment. I think I also bought 2 ASFs, because I was expecting him to do a heli rush, because that's what everybody does on 19th, but obviously that's not happening here. Right, so they're off, and it's time for me to thank the generous channel joiners, generously joining the channel. They get the names on the screen, they get the videos early, they get members exclusive videos. One join at the lowest level is worth 2,000 views, so if you're feeling bad about your ad block, it's a great way to support the channel. Currently trying to finish off my PhD, and my funding ran out. My thesis defense is in October, but there were some problems with the submission, so I think there's a chance I'll get major corrections and I'll just be stuck doing this for another 8 months. That's why I feel like my life depends on it. So I do appreciate the support, otherwise I'd just be totally fucked, basically. Like, I'm not making that up. If I didn't have this channel, I'd basically just have to work a 9 to 5 while trying to finish the thesis, and it'd probably take me like 2 years. So, thank you. So we do get there first, as you'd expect, but I actually couldn't remember if he got airborne forward deployment or not. So that's why these deployments are kind of lethargic, and then I loaded it back up. So I saw this get out, but I can't actually see him because he's got the exceptional stealth. So what I should have done is sent one forwards and left one back, and then this would have revealed it, and then I could kill him. But I was just like, whatever, let's just get out of here. This Vab Sparhees has good optics, so that's not so bad. So we do get in here. I've got the Legion here. The reason these counter my div, and you'll see there's a game where I played against Skate. So look, the just immediately kills it. I know it has 4 HP, but it's like as soon as that first round connected. So here we go. So I shoot this. It doesn't actually one-shot it, even though we're well within range. And then I smoke and turn, and it just goes straight through the smoke and kills me. And it didn't even die. So I was very, very unhappy about that. Because that was the whole point of this push, to have this here so that he couldn't push this guy out, and he just died to nothing. So I was very, very upset about that. This game was also like super laggy, as in so in the replay you can't tell at all, but as in like stuff would just stop and then start again and then stop and then start again. I have a gigabit line, so it's 900 megabits a second up and down, so it's not me basically. Anyway, these Legions, they're not the Sublinde ones, so 5e actually gets better AMX-10RCs than this div does, which I think is a shame, really. I really do think they should have had the AMX-10RC Legion Sublinde. It would have been cool. But yeah, the idea... So the reason these counter my AMX-10RC tanks, not necessarily the recon ones, which is what I'm buying out first, is because I deal like 2 or 3 damage to him, and he 2-shots me with these. And because the armor's so high and my armor's so low, and they've both got the max range gun, so this is really good against the AMX-10RCs. It's something I noticed because I played this div against Skate, and I think he was playing 19th. It might not have been. It might have been something else. And I was just like, what the hell am I supposed to do about this? But yeah, one of the side effects of the lag was that I couldn't react to his artillery because the explosions were not synced and the tracers weren't synced up. So stuff would just die, and then you would see the explosion, and it's like, what am I supposed to do about that? So yeah, he gets much better arty than me. In the meantime, he's put his CV here, and the Legion Milan hit it with its 55% accuracy there. So that's all good. I'm smoking this because I want to get the CV in, or at least try to, but losing that at the start was so killer for me, because if this was here, he wouldn't have been able... For starters, that would have been shot before it could cap the zone, right? And these infantry, as they move across, would have been shot, so it would have taken him so much... Like, obviously he's got full superiority here, but it would have taken him so much longer to get over here, so that I was very, very upset about this. I was like, what? And with the lag? Man... Anyway, so I'm hiding behind this building because I don't want to die. And I'm trying to smoke it, but we've got the satchels, right? But he is a massive squad, and also he could shoot me from there, so I don't think I was winning that fight anyway, because he outnumbers me a lot, and I wasn't in the building, so I had no cover. But I would have lived a lot longer. So yeah, he buys the 2 arty, and he's just trying to kill all... Because these only have 1 top armor, so they melt. And so I saw him pushing this, and I was like, oh crap, I need a counter push. And that's kind of... Like, I've not played enough games as this did, but that's how it's supposed to work. Everything's motorized. Like, I don't think there's a single tracked unit in the whole division. I'm trying to think of one. I can't think of one. Anyway, yeah, like, so this, I just couldn't react. I couldn't see the tracers. It just started exploding. I was like, oh, it's dead. So yeah, they've only got 1 top armor, so it would have been a tough call anyway. They are quite fast. But not as fast as, like... So, like, this reverses at 55 kilometers an hour, T-72, whereas this wheelie boy goes at 65. It's like, what? Isn't this supposed to be way faster? I think they did, and they kind of nerfed them, right? Because, like, if you look at, like, this is 85, but the AMX-10RCs, like, they used to have good stealth and all sorts, like, they were fucking brokers, so it makes sense. Anyway, so I saw him sort of coming over here, so I put this behind the building. The L-rack is not great against T-72s and T-55s, because of it doesn't have the penetration. So he's getting me there, but sadly we miss with 1, but then he misses because he's stunned, I guess. He's got 39% accuracy after that. So he's pushing me here. This, I jump in, I shoot him, I hit him, I do 1 damage, I do 2 damage, wow. So what I was getting at. I've got my own artillery, this is good, but it's towed. So the issue is that I have to constantly micro it. But it is good, because it's actually just like, it's a Caesar howitzer. It's the towed version of the Caesar howitzer. DM Bien Phu. Not sure that's something they'd really want to talk about. I mean, they got absolutely wrecked by, you know, militia, basically. Which they deserved, obviously the Free Peoples and so on. Anyway, this, I could have stopped here, but I just reversed it all the way back, thus kind of ceding my position, but... He's coming in, and sadly this is out of round, so I get the Gazelle Hot 2, because he had a Jocasta here, the AA one, somewhere. It might have been the next one. No, there it is, but he sent it first, so the Milan got it, whereas if he'd sent the tanks first, right? Anyway, he sent that first, so the Gazelle Hot 2 just stops all this, so he starts running off, because he's actually got another Jocasta here. What's that even called? Jess Durka. It's really good against civilians. It's one of those Yugo War moments. Anyway, we do actually have the same range, more or less. I mean, by the time he decelerates, I'll be in range. And he has to stop. So it gives me a little bit of time there. And then... So, like, the first volley doesn't actually kill me, which was kind of surprising. So, that actually won that fight, which you wouldn't expect, really. Anyway, I'm dead. The Jaguar LGB I got in, but he bought this. He's actually out of missiles already. It's very cheap. It's 140. It's got 4 missiles. This has 20% ECM, so did miss me there. Like, these are not great missiles. Even if he hit both of them, it would still not kill me. So anyway, I'm trying to move up here, but the T-72s, right? So I did get this up to here, but he got shot by this, and it's not great. So trying to get some side shots here, but we miss because. We've been hit, so we're 45% accuracy. This has got no excuse. This is 60% accuracy. It missed that. I mean, it could have one-shot it, but what can I say? This Legion must have engaged somebody because he's dead now. And it's like, yeah, the arty, I just couldn't react to it because of the lag. But yeah, he's not doing much noticing here. He just didn't notice that he was being shot. So we just keep shooting him. We do eventually get it. And he does actually unload that now. But yeah, I wish I'd had some supply up here or something. So these drones, they're really stupid. I think the Czechs get them as well, this kind of fast drone, but I don't know if it's this div. This guy could have been hidden a bit better. He's taking rounds for nothing. He's broken through here, so this is going to kill him. LGBT goes on that, even though it's only got 1 HP, but whatever. I get hit by the Cub with its 45% accuracy, but it can't shoot at the drone. The thing is, this can, and this will kill it. But as you can see, because it's fast, right? So we get the double mirages out, and we get him there. And then the Cub shoots again, and it evacs both of them on the miss. At least it didn't hit him. And yeah, you see the issue, right? He shoots me once, I lose 6 HP. I hit him, I mean, I missed. which happens as well, right? So I fire the seed at him, and it misses, but he hits me. That was a 50% ECM moment. He doesn't even suppress him, man. Anyway, at least that Conquer's missed, so it's all fair. It's all fair. But yeah, imagine if this had still had ammo, or had been a Mephisto, it would have had a bit more range, and this guy probably would have died. But he's broken through here, he is winning, right? We're up here, but we just can't get in this zone. Basically, I just need better micro. If I had a smoke mortar, I could just smoke, but he's got some nice flanking fire here, and his units are just so cost efficient. Everything's so cost efficient, like stuff like this, right? 25 points with the motor Strelky, which should be 40. This should be 40, and this should be 30, and this should be 40, basically. But the fact that both of them are out of whack makes it very, very hard to deal with. Anyway, I could have landed that guy, I guess, but then he would have died. So send out the fighter. I've got 2, he's got 1, so we do get him there. But he's in my zone, he's in my zone. So we get the Appalass on him, and it deals 3 damage, the best AT in the game. It's like, what? And that misses. And then, oh my gosh, it's like, it's absurd. It's absurd. So, at least I didn't lose my supply, I suppose. And we knew there was a guy in there from the drone, because the Cub can't shoot at the drone. This drone's pretty crazy. So as long as we don't fly over a Jocasta, we're fine. So that's sort of what we're counting on. Anyway, so I send these out, because I was like, hopefully there's nobody there. I've still got this mortar fire, this howitzer fire, and the Caesar-esque howitzer. It's pretty good. It's really good. The issue is it's towed, right? But yeah, I didn't move this, and he's got the Mega Arty that I can't react to, but I should have just moved it preemptively, both of them. So that was dumb of me. This didn't die. Get the rocket too. And that doesn't really do anything, but it stuns him, which means we can shoot him with the real guns. And then he hits me on his way out with this now 50% accuracy Cub, because it's hit so many things. But we do have ECM, it's just, I don't know, this thing really gave me a lot of trouble throughout this game. I just couldn't kill it. So we're trying to kill this guy, because we just can't get in there, right? And yeah, we dropped the full volley on him, all 6 rounds. And, like, spoilers, we don't get him. Because I remember getting very upset about this unit later. So yeah, artillery splash in this game, very upsetting. So when this flies over, we see that he's in the building. So we're trying to get back in. We got the CV, right? The drones, just keep flying it over this because he can't shoot me down. Just trying to bait out fires. These Jocastas can kill him, right? Anyway, I didn't move this once it had capped, so just immediately gets obliterated. I mean, these are Malkas. That's what they are. They're Malkas check designations, so it's basically the best tube artillery in the game. Low fire rate, but that's why I put CV next to it. And then, yeah, if the Jocasta gets a nice volley off, I guess it needs 2. This drone is dumb. He gets some as well, or at least the Czechs do. It might be in the other div. Might be in first. But yeah, these flying fast drones, radar AA should just be able to shoot them. I mean, it's just so dumb. It's like, what is this? It's dumb. It's very, very silly. Anyway, I'm trying to spot the Arty, because I'm like, well, if I get the Arty, then he can't hit me with the Arty, and then the Cub of Doom never misses, hits me again. So I could have got that there, but the Cub of Doom, you know, shrugging off the 50% ECM seed. Super Krug. Very, very nice. He's not even moving it, so I should be arty in that, really. In the meantime, I was aiming for that supply helo, because I figured that's probably, you know, worth hitting. I couldn't see this, but I could see the supply helo. These guys, I tried to send a supply over, but the BVPs, they're 25-point BVPs that you can just put everywhere. Should not be the case, basically. So you buy some more of those. It's the same situation on Poland, but the line infantry on Poland isn't as good, whereas the line infantry here is just... I mean, this should be 40, and this should be 30. So the cost efficiency he's getting is huge, because that costs you, you know, 60 points instead of 70. These are pretty nice, because it's exceptional optics with a Malyutka for 60 points. So he gets the VAB there. Might have been this shooting at it with the Grom. And yeah, because they've got the mediocre stealth, I couldn't even see this, even though I've got recon here. And it's shooting at me, I just couldn't see it. This I had to pull back anyway, because I think this was shooting at me, the Maryukas. So I lose a bunch of guys here, I lose all those guys, because he finally decided to do something about it, I guess. And yeah, just trying to dodge these ATGMs. Super efficient ATGMs. So that's 30 points. So that's, you know, it's worth picking up on our way past. I didn't know about this, right, because I can't see it, but he's winning, right? If the game ended right now, it'd be a draw, but he is winning, and I just keep losing. Like, look at that. What was I to do? And you see they've got the 2 vet because the CV's next to them. So my one chance was to kill one of them with the LGBT, but the Cub RNG has just been absolutely wild this game. So I'm shooting there because I guess this used to be there or something. And I wanted to come in here. It's like, oh, it's T-72 there, so he does miss the first one, right? The Mephisto Legion and the Milan Legion, 24 pen each. This got the side shot on him, basically, but in his dying moments, he killed the Mephisto Legion, so that's not great, right? But hey, this thing, you know, it's got 60% accuracy, so I was 55 before I killed that guy. These, on the other hand, have 40%, so that's why they keep missing. But what, you know, I need to smoke this, basically. Like, these guys don't have AT, this isn't a great attack. But yeah, the drone is winning me these fights, especially since he sort of, I think he, you know, got his jets killed at the start, because I'm not seeing them, his fighters. So I'm just trying to smoke this off, because I know I can't do anything about it. And I didn't know if it was like a BRDM2 Conkers or what. So I'm trying to move forwards with the, you know, these Spahis. So this is just an AMX-10RC. And so it's kind of pricey for what it is, because it doesn't get the stealth. So it's just like a regular tank. So you can, for the same price, you would get one of those T-55As. But anyway, my opponent isn't content to just let me sit there, so he's counter-attacking here. So I have a Legionnaires Appelas here, but he's got a lot of stuff, and you see he does quite well with the way he attacks, in that he just spreads out, so that you don't, you know, they don't all get clumped up and killed. But yeah, the cost efficiency on his units is absurd. I should have been moving this between volleys, because now it's getting hit. It does have armor, right, and 8 HP, it's not a little car. And it's kind of fast, it's 85 kilometers an hour, so we're already out of the blast radius, but obviously, you know, if we'd been a little bit less fortunate there, we would have died. And, yeah, you know, so much for 70% accuracy. So this is the issue with playing this div. I'll just keep an eye on this at the same time. If you miss, which happens, or even if you hit, you don't kill the enemy vehicle. And then he shoots you, and then you have to retreat. So that's that T-55A thing. And I mean, for these, I outrange him a little bit, but obviously it's kind of more of the same. So we fire the 50, you know, the seed missile, and it misses again, and it doesn't even suppress it. Like, these are supposed to suppress you if they miss, and then he hits me with this Cub, which I guess a 50% ECM thingy-bob. So it's like, because now I'm gone for ages. In the meantime, I was moving this, so it doesn't get it. We do have a VAB T20 here. These are not as good as they used to be. They're not as good as that Jocasta thing, but they are cheaper. So LGBT going on where the Cub used to be. But you know, apparently it survived that. You know, it just wasn't, I mean, it's... at least he didn't hit me. So, yeah, what could I say? This Cub, the Cub of Doom, gave me a lot of problems in this game. In the meantime, I'm trying to hold this off. You'll notice he's forgotten something, and that something is the AA. So I send out the Gazelle Hots, and I send in the infantry. It's important to not just buy 4 helicopters. Like you can see, these are all suppressed from like a wayward Cub missile, I guess. So I bought this and then bought all these, and in the next minute I bought, you know, some more healers. Maybe one too many healers there, but I saw that he had no stuff. In the meantime, the T-72 kills my tank there because it's got no armor. And maybe this killed it. Maybe they both shot. But I'm coming around the side here. The idea is your divs motorized, right? So even though they're not that much faster off-road, they are 25% faster on-road. It hits me again. And yeah, so we've come in here, so that's slowing him down a bit. We do get that. And I'm just trying to get around him constantly because I'm the motorized guy. And that also means that I can resupply really quickly because it's all coming in motorized transport. Sadly, that guy died. You know, he could have got this. But yeah, it's rough, man. You might like look at that. Like I'm 1 HP now. Do you know what I mean? So you just every single fight you get shot once, you gotta go, or you die. And I don't have the micro because I've played this division like 2 or 3 times, so it's very, very difficult to get it right. So I've got the rocket Jaguars out. They're pretty good. They reload really quickly if they don't get hit. And you see the burst, like, okay, it only deals 3 damage. But don't worry, he's got a cub here with its 45% accuracy to hit me every single time. This thing's still going, by the way. But yeah, so I don't actually manage to kill either of these. They leave on 1 HP and 5 HP, which is just seems to be a common theme. So I managed to get in here, but I'm not really in there. I am on a +2, but how long can I hold on to this? I need, you know, so the Appalachian isn't really in range if he came in over here. These guys don't have AT, there's no more AT, so I sent the Gazelle cannon forwards to try and spot these guys so they could, I don't know why really. I knew there was a cub back there, I just assumed it wouldn't hit me, I don't know why. You still got the RT going, right? 1 HP, sorry, 1 top armor. 1 top armor. And they're kind of expensive, right? So this one is the Legion one. So it's got this is a RCSB Sublinde Legion, but it's not. We don't have the Recon one. But anyway, it's got the nicer gun, but same sort of story. So LRAC, pretty decent AT, but it misses twice. Use the double rockets on this guy, just literally nothing. I just didn't have other targets. I should have just saved it, right? Anyway, he just buys more BVP-1s because they're dumb. And yeah, so double LGBT out. I get the infantry and I guess that was some more infantry. Probably should have gone on the tank. So we get like huge kills there because he was just kind of not looking. But his arty now knows where to find me, so I should be moving more. I've put this next to those, but clearly not. This is reloading. I did try and get it firing all game. This guy finally got that BVP-1. Now he's got a great chance to side shot, and he just missed so many rounds, man. Could have got a side shot there. Still wouldn't have killed it, but it would have been very wounded. And you see that I'm just trying to get around here again. I'm trying to get around here. I'm trying to get around here. I'm wheeled. I'm motorized. I want to be everywhere. That's the way to play the div. If you play it in a stand-up fight, you lose because of the tank dynamics we spoke about. I get hit once, I have to leave. He gets hit once, he doesn't have to leave. So we see this come in, I'm pretty sure. Or at least... Well, I don't know if we can actually actively see it right now, but, I mean, we saw where the circle came in. Like, we saw it come in. Anyway, these have 1,500 supplies, so it's a nice kill, but sadly... it landed, and you know this should smoke him back really, but I'm noob, so he does recap that, and that stops the tick. We discover this maybe, but yeah, these drones are very dumb. They're very silly. So he starts buying these helo guys, so this helo igloos to help kill the drones, because he's just using these, and the plane range isn't good enough. Basically, he's basically just got to get an iglo hit on it, and it'll die. So that's the way to do it. Rather than the spag where it needs to fly over it twice, basically. So that was... it's cool that it shot at it, but obviously it doesn't do anything. And yeah, this is that 15-point transport we were speaking about, so clearly it's had some utility here. And yeah, I know about this because I can see him. We do get that guy. And I'm still firing the the Caesar howitzer. I saw this... whoa, flipping heck, what's going on? But keep in mind, he's got the same problem with the arty. That because of the lag, he can't really... you know, because the lag hits both ways. That's why it's laggy for me, otherwise I'd just be fine, right? He can't react, right? So that did actually end up dying. I'm not sure how, given that... Okay, maybe there was one more round. Anyway, so I dropped the double rockets on this thing now, and it's still alive. It's still there. I just assumed I'd got it, but no, it's still there. So, yeah, he's now max vet, because you also get veterancy for damage. You get veterancy for damaging people and veterancy for being damaged. Anyway, he moves it because he assumed the LGBT was coming for him, and guess what? It is. And he survives again. What could I say? And then, thankfully he didn't get me there with his 39% accuracy. That would have been next level. Anyway, I'm building up here again to wheelie boy straight in here. Obviously we see this, but we're out of ammo. And I'm just trying to constantly pressure everywhere. The main issue is there's nobody in Echo. So that's not great. So, okay, next round. He fires on the Spahi, which means his gun has to turn all the way around, right, because it's facing the wrong way. So that buys me some time. The race car, the police car is here. That's a CV AMX-10. But yeah, this guy, if only he had more ammo, but I did, I used it. Classic trade-off here, I miss. Oh, actually, I've not even shot. Okay, I missed. So it's pretty crazy that, like, the whole point of these is that they're fast, but they have low stabilizers, whereas these guys are not that much slower. It is more. It costs a lot more, right? So yeah, we're trying to get in. I used the Caesar to smoke because my mortar here couldn't reach, I think. Yeah, look. And I'm just trying to get in. Sadly, this is on an attack move instead of a regular move. Like, this should be brought out to shoot that, and this guy should be getting in the zone. Applas up to here would be good to stop him from reinforcing. There was a guy in there, because I saw the helicopter land right there. And so now we're in this zone, so we're back on a +2 momentarily. And once again, he's forgotten the AA. He's forgotten the AA, so we can just hit him with the hots. He's very armoured, so a lot of things aren't happening. Seed comes out, gets immediately hit by the first cub. It was the Cub of Doom again. The Doom Cub. And then it actually survives. I mean, there are 4 cubs here. I haven't killed a single one. We're getting hit again by the Doom Cub. The Cub of Doom. So I see this coming in because of the Spahis, but like this can't fight that. So I need to get a plane over, but I can't because the Mr. Wally Gore here, the Merchant of Death, just killing everybody. Anyway, I lost a Milan 2 in the transport there, so that was really dumb. I should have unloaded him way earlier. This guy isn't in a vehicle, but look, this guy's getting hit from multiple angles, sort of. Like, one of them should be a side shot with 3 ATGMs on him there. I suppose it's kind of a narrow angle there, but like, this should probably have come forwards. But yeah, so I get him through the smoke. So, it does cut both ways. Just the way it turned, I guess that was my fault. Anyway, he sends a Vizicari over, but there's a 50 cal right here, and this also has 2 machine guns on it, so the Vizicari do not make it, unlike in the meme. Dinosaurs don't have AT, so yeah, the T-72s aren't great. I send the LGBT to kill this, and it doesn't kill it, and it gets hit by the Cub of Doom. And then it just explodes. What? What? I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe that was the lag, and it actually did kill it. That was very strange. Anyway, I'm really not sure what killed that. I'm gonna have to look that up at the end. Just remember that. So with 11:43 remaining. Anyway, so we're sending the seed out to scout the cubs. I probably shouldn't have sent it right in the middle. It immediately gets hit by 2. It does actually hit something though. So for the first time, we kill a cub. We don't have a CV in here. The hot is out of rounds because these guys are very tanky. Only carries 4. So we gotta get that back. I am trying to heal these up, but I'm bad. So like, this one is actually not landed. More Vizicari coming. I don't understand that at all. He would be on a +1 right now if it wasn't for that. Not sure how much difference it'd really make, because this is about to die. Oh no, I remember. It routes out of the zone. Yeah, it routes out of the zone. So, wouldn't have made a huge amount of difference. This is trying to kill this guy. That's 1 HP. Do actually get that. But yeah, this div, you gotta have like super good micro. Then I send these out again because they are, you know, the Cubs can't shoot them. But then we've got Mr. 66% accuracy Igler here. This guy's got like no cohesion. Try and send these over, but Mr. Doom Cub is here to kill me. And down I go. Wally Gora. What a Cub user. I was absolutely molded about this the whole game. I just couldn't kill it with anything. It was evacing everybody, hitting everybody, killing people. It's absolutely wild. So going on this tank because I figured that, and I send the Legion thing in because I figured the tank's here because I can see it. Then this must be empty. Either way, I'm molding about the Cub and I'm just going to run into it and hope I get it. So we do finally get the Cub there. We have taken this zone back, but once again, we didn't actually kill his CV tank. So that's not ideal. And yeah, so it's at this point that he surrenders. Doesn't type GG or anything, just goes, oh yeah, it's when the arty hit his CV. He saw the arty come in and he saw this coming in and he was like, well, I'm not getting back in there, and then he just quit. So that's fair enough, really. So yeah, what killed that CV tank? Oh, I shot it with my own CV tank. Okay, that explains it. Because he was moving, right? So I just got him with the... Okay, well, that makes perfect sense. Just didn't see what killed it there. But yeah, there you go. So I'm currently rank 1. Never forget. Never forget. 1967, never forget. My opponent, he is rank 11 now. But he was like rank 5, I think, when we played. It goes up and down, right? He's on the front page. Very good players. Just a shame about the connection. But yeah, these Moto Strelky in the BVP ones, whoa, like 19th Czech is definitely the best Southag division. So, yeah, that's why he's playing it, basically. Anyways, 6th French, if your micro's good, you know, because basically you can fight everywhere and then use your air spam. Your fighters aren't amazing, but yeah, you can fight everywhere and use your air spam. The CV tanks aren't so bad, I guess. It's a really interesting div. The drones are dumb, but like so many divs get those in Southag. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you around. GG.